Let's see what this looks like with this off.
Let's see what that
Yeah, that's
belly
better.
looks like.
Why?
Wow. Incredible top quality.
So good.
Top quality camera on the MacBook Pro from a couple years ago.
People
This
really tune in for the visual that we give them.
This looks so good.
Ah, god damn. You know what YouTube needs more of?
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo and two middle-aged white men streaming live.
Let's shout our opinions loudly.
Okay. The new Adam Driver dinosaur movie 65 was fine.
You loved it.
It was fine.
M-Dog's back. Hey, M-Dog.
M-Dog in the house.
So 65 looked bad.
Mm-hmm. So saw it. I would not call it bad.
All right, I did.
I would call it the completely average film.
Okay.
In every single aspect.
I forget. It might have even been you. Saw somebody put on Facebook. They're like, wow, 65 with Adam Driver sure is a movie with Adam Driver and some dinosaurs.
It was not me.
Dinosaurs was in quotes, so I assume they were robots.
No, they were dinosaurs. They just were
Dinobots.
Not well designed.
Transformers.
Not well designed. Like if you would put them up against Jurassic Park, OG Jurassic Park dinosaurs. I was just going to bring up
OG Jurassic Park dinosaurs.
Yeah, they did it better in 97 than they did in 65.
I understand the difference and that money and stuff is a factor, but the fact that in 1996 they nailed it so hard with making dinosaurs look real in a movie that even the other Jurassic Park movies have managed to mess it up.
And that same computer that made those Jurassic Park is the same program responsible for South Park. Did you know that? Isn't that fun?
I didn't. Maya? Is that the...
I'm not sure the name of it. I just remember an interview with Trey and Matt, those scamps.
Those little scamps.
Little scamps.
Those are guys who like to shout opinions into microphones.
It's true. You can come do it here. You have an open invite to my house. Trey Parker, Matt Stone.
I mean, it's your house.
It's
invite who you want. I don't think I would want to hang out with Trey Parker and Matt Stone. As much as I like South Park as a kid.
Why?
Yeah, because they seem like dickheads. That's the reason.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't seem like it would be fun. I'm a couple seasons behind on South Park. I'm not putting down their work.
No.
Or saying they're bad people. They might be. I'm not saying they're good people. They're probably not. I think they've admitted to being Republicans. But I just don't think...
Wait, so does money make everyone terrible? Is that just the lesson?
Yeah. I just don't think if they were here, it would be like, oh, I'm having a great time with my new friends.
Well, that might be more on me than them. I'm not a particularly good host.
No, I'm having a great time with not new friend. I've known you for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, even the cats fucked off. They were like, I don't want to hang out with... You could call them new friend. You're relatively new to at least Bagel.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, 65 wasn't good, man. We were near a movie theater and we were running some errands.
So you had to get
and we were like, hey, we haven't been to a movie theater in a very long time.
Not even for a Spider-Man?
No, we saw Spider-Man. We saw Spider-Man in the theater, but it was one of those like we could see 65 or wait 2 hours to see something that we think will be better, and it was just like,
yeah, I used to do that with Movie
65,
Pass.
That'd be fine.
In the golden heyday of Movie Pass.
Yeah.
I used to just go sit and watch trailers and eat popcorn some days. Because it's like I didn't have time for a full movie, but I wanted the experience. And every time I use Movie Pass, it's like, it's not going to work. I'm going to swipe this card.
At a certain point, it stopped working.
And it's just going to say no. But yeah, I had Movie Pass. And then it was great. I loved it. I got that email that said they're bringing it back. I don't believe it.
No, they're not.
But I would love it. And I now know all the movie theater chains just like took the idea. But Regal is the closest theater to me. They're closing the one closest to me that I used to work at in high school.
Probably because of something you did.
Probably because they never fixed anything from when I worked there in
maybe
1999 or
broken
whatever.
all that stuff in 1999. You ever think of that?
No.
That's fair.
Somebody ripped the bathroom doors off.
Like the stall doors or the doors to the bathroom?
Bit of both.
A bit of both.
Yeah.
So is it a toppy bottom thing, kind of a thing?
The one stall door off, the door to the men's room off. They never replaced the door to the men's room until like 6 months ago. And it was literally like when Blair Witch Project came out. That's what sparked a full-on riot. The film broke because my manager at the time ran the same film through like 8 projectors. It was common practice in the days of actual film, because I'm 1,000 years old.
You put the ass in acetate.
You'd run it through an extra projector to like squeeze extra screening in. They're right next to each other, right? You know, film, you're moving it around. This maniac was like, if I just run it.
What was that guy's name? First name only.
Oh boy. Paul was the manager that everyone liked.
Okay. Who was the dingus that ruined the Blair Witch Project film?
Oh man, he looked like
great
Templeton the Rat.
What? Templeton the Rat from what?
Charlotte's Web.
The cartoon.
Yeah.
Charlotte's Web.
How many Templetons the Rat do you know?
Clearly none. That's why I asked you in the first place, you jackass.
He looked like Templeton the Rat. Everybody hated working for him. And then it was one of those things where it's like looking back on it, it's like, oh, was he actually like probably an okay dude? It's just we were all a bunch of jerk teenagers.
Yeah.
And he was our boss, so we all just acted like we hate him because that's the dynamic.
Yeah.
But now I think everyone should hate their boss all the time forever. So he absolutely had it coming. I don't feel bad to anything we ever said or did to that man.
That's super interesting. I had I did the movie theater gig in high school too, and our boss we used to refer to as a pocket-sized Lex Luthor.
Sure.
Because that's what he was. But also in hindsight, yeah, he was fine. He was just trying to do his best. He wasn't
the assistant manager who we all called Floby because he admitted once that his mom cuts his hair with a Floby.
Well, yeah, then you're called Floby. Those are the rules. You don't make them.
I felt bad about that for a little while, but George Clooney did recently admit in an interview that he cuts his hair with a Floby. So now,
still?
Straight up, yeah.
Wow, good for him.
I don't know if it's like an interview from a couple years ago that like resurfaced, but this was like clearly he's already old, famous George Clooney.
Yep. Excuse me, I need a little
juice squirted in there.
A little juice in a bag break.
He admitted that he cuts his hair with a Floby. So I feel like that's the best day of Floby's life is finding that out. Because like, I need to look up all those jerks that I used to work at the movie theater with and let them know how cool I am. I'm sure he's cool. Man, what was my regular manager's name?
I don't mine. I think pocket-sized Lex Luthor, I'm pretty sure was Matt. I think.
I do not remember. Billy Joe was the manager that everybody had a crush on.
Because they were also the lead singer of Green Day, and everybody was just like,
I didn't mention I used to work with lead singer of Green Day
at a movie theater in suburban New Jersey.
I want to say like Wayne or Walter or something, but that might not. It might just be like because he had a weasel face. He really did. I don't have any pictures of this man, but if I did, you'd be like, you know what? He does look a lot like Templeton the Rat.
I'll tell you what. You said weasel face, and I'm pretty sure. How many? Okay, out of 10 people, if you show them a picture of a weasel, how many people would be able to identify it correctly as a weasel?
No, a low number. Yeah. Everyone's calling it a ferret.
I
saw a fox this morning.
They're beautiful IRL, man. You ever get close to one?
Majestic as hell.
Oh, so regal. So
bigger majestic. Than you think.
Yeah.
Didn't stand up like famous Floby user George Clooney's fox in Fantastic Mr. Fox.
What a great fox.
Fantastic.
So good.
M-Talk says they look like a skinny version of Kevin Owens. I don't know who Kevin Owens is.
I don't know what skinny means because I see the video that we both see.
Yeah, genuinely. I think you're the first person who's ever called me the skinny version.
We're both very round.
I've been working on it. I'm trying to get into filming shape for the special.
What are you doing? Dumb walks?
Dumb little walks and not eating a giant bowl of cereal every night before I go to bed.
Oh, good for you. Do you know
those have been the two main contributors?
My well-rounded lunch today was a cinnamon bun that someone brought and left in the kitchen.
I
Shout
did
out,
not
thank
eat
you.
lunch
You know who you are.
today.
Probably not watching, but
it wasn't like a diet thing. It was I had something for breakfast.
Love something. For
breakfast.
No,
I grabbed but I don't usually eat breakfast till later. But I had errands to do, so I grabbed a bagel sandwich. Not your cat.
No, I'm aware. I saw her earlier.
Well, I was out, had that, and then didn't really eat anything until dinner, for which I made handmade gnocchi with vegan sausage and peppers. It slapped. I just did a burp because of all the fake sausage that I ate. It was, my wife makes this very easy to do, like one sheet pan in the oven.
Love that.
For like 20-minute recipe of gnocchi, fake sausage and peppers. And I was like, oh, we haven't done that in a while. I'll make that. And I put everything on the list for grocery shopping except for the gnocchi. And then
rather than go back to the store,
and I realized,
like, I got potatoes and flour.
That was essentially what it was. It's like, well, I could run to the store and buy this stupid bag of gnocchi, or I'll just do it. Like, it'll take me more time, but I won't have to go anywhere. I'd already run a bunch of errands. I had to go to Target with both children with me. So the thought of going to another place.
Were you still wearing pants appropriate for leaving the house at that time?
Yes, only because I was coming here.
Oh, well, thanks. I too did not just put pajamas on because you were coming over.
I made this shirt this morning.
Oh yeah? May I see? Can you walk me through it? That appears to be an engine?
That is the oscillation overthruster, the device that makes interdimensional travel possible.
So you could have just said no.
It is. I mean, it's a part of it. It's a part of the engine for the jet car. It makes it drive through mountains. I made one the other day on just a gray t-shirt, and I didn't love the color. So I bought this t-shirt this morning, and I did another iron on.
And then you just fucking made gnocchi, because why not?
Yeah. I had a productive day.
Wow.
It wouldn't appear that way to someone who is, say, my wife, and who every day I just feel like just assumes that I do nothing. She's usually not wrong, but today I got stuff done, lady. Made you gnocchi.
Me talking to her. She's never seeing or hearing this.
She's not watching this.
No.
She's putting our kid to bed right now.
Got enough of you, man.
No, she's probably wrestling our 4-year-old to sleep. Do you want to do the podcast that we're supposed to be doing?
I want to do the podcast that we're supposed to be doing. The people demand it.
Well, Kevin Owens, as we just found out, is a wrestler in the WWE.
Okay.
That I am the skinny version of. I assume he's the most handsome one, that he's the handsomest little boy.
I am a little concerned that if WWE superstar Kevin Owens ever finds out about this comparison, your life might be in danger.
I'm not scared.
No?
No. I mean, mainly because I'm real and all wrestlers are fake. Like, you know how...
But the muscles are real.
No.
No?
They're like cartoon characters.
Okay. I think you might be...
They're like chuds. Is that what a chud is?
No, I don't think so. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers?
Yeah. Or what were those plastic people from that episode of Doctor Who where everybody looked weird?
Oh.
Because they were made of plastic?
Fun fact is this on... I've not seen any Doctor Who.
Now, I know that you don't love Buckaroo Banzai. I know.
I have attempted to watch the film, and I have not made it past like the 10-minute mark.
And you, like my children, know how much I like it, so that makes you hate it all the more. But I don't. I also, as much as I love it, I will never be like, oh, it's incredible. You'll love it. You probably won't. Most people don't. I do. Doctor Who's legit really good.
Yeah,
it's great.
Some of it is
there's ebbs and flows over the years.
What we're aware of, Allie and I, is like all of the controversy and like this season's bad and this season's good and this
there's a lot of that.
So we have no idea where to start, and it feels just overwhelming.
Start with the episode, The 11th Hour, with Matt Smith. Does a great job of recapping everything the show's got going on. It's one of the better episodes of the show on its own. It's the reason my daughter's name is Amelia. It's a good jumping on. You can, anytime there's a new Doctor, it's like a good place to jump on, but I would say especially that one.
Okay. I mean, we'll put it on the list, and I just want to point out how grateful I am that you had not seen Buckaroo Banzai before naming your daughters, because that could have gone very poorly for them.
Yeah. Steph would probably not be happy. She's like, what do you want to name this kid? And I'm like, obviously Rawhide and Perfect Tommy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt.
Have you met my daughter Reno?
I have not.
Here's my sweet little infant daughter, Pinky Carruthers.
I don't want to blow up your spot, but last time when we were talking about Buckaroo offline, the story you shared made me feel like I kind of understood the context of your first viewing of that movie. For me, made me understand.
Yeah, all you got to do, all you have to do is have a child who doesn't sleep and keeps you up for the first 4 months of her life, and then when you're real sleepy, watch it in the middle of the night, and then it's your favorite movie forever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but I can appreciate that kind of like right thing at the right time part of it.
Kevin Owens just picks people up and slams them into the mat until they are completely out of it.
Wait, isn't that just wrestling though?
And then he pins them. That sounds like both wrestling.
This is a wrestler.
And how I
All right, Glenn's gonna laugh for probably like 4 minutes now.
I can keep it together.
Since fucking when? Juice box. Juice bag.
Let's pop it off. Let's pop off the show when you stop making disgusting juice sounds. I don't even need these anymore because I needed them to make sure that we sounded good, and I think that we do. I'm
thinking about just going into
we can probably pump up those levels a little bit.
ASMR full time, I'm thinking maybe. So that's what that juice box was all about there.
Welcome to the Improvised Wikipedia podcast. I'm here with my friend Jon Lunger.
I'm here with my friend Glenn Tickle, and as always, we are rewriting the entirety of Wikipedia off the top of our damn heads, one page at a time, and easy and convenient to listen to podcast form. So good to be back in the saddle with you, Glenn.
Yes.
Rocking the YouTube live for the podcast tonight. Check that out. Next time we're recording, you can't really. Yes. I guess you could watch this after.
We will try to, schedule these on a more regular, plan-aroundable basis.
It's not going to happen, but we're going to try, that's our promise.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we're a couple of guys with wacky schedules that are hard to pick a day and time of the week and stick with it,
But it's good to be back. We took a full year off. I think we earned it. There's been some shit.
Wild. It's been wild out there the past couple of years.
Oh boy. So much stuff, but back at it. Exciting stuff going on. I'm gonna get the plug out of the way up top. You're filming a new special coming up here.
Yeah, April 22nd at Steel Stacks in the Visitor Center, a venue that just got a lovely write-up on Lehigh Valley Live. I was mentioned.
Lehigh Valley News, I think, actually.
They did leave my last name out of the article initially, but they updated it when I emailed them and politely asked them to.
That's good. Meanwhile, I did nothing, and
I was
correctly listed my name for an upcoming show that I have with Matt Candia.
What are we plugging for you?
Oh, we're Matt and I are doing our spoiler alert show, so we're recreating Casablanca on March 31st. So this may or may not drop as a podcast in time for that plug to mean anything.
It might. It should. But the last one we did should also already be out, and it's not. So we'll see. Part of the thing is you got to get into a groove, you got to you got to get in the vibe where it's like, I'm going to edit a podcast today.
And you know what? In our defense, we did sit down and say, hey, we're going to do Mondays in March. And then the first 2 Mondays in March, it snowed and the roads were shitty and questionable, amongst us both getting a little sick too, in and out of there. But I don't know. Cards felt stacked against us. So it's nice to be back.
That's all right.
So I guess this is the time of the show where you and I confront the reality. Did either one of us have the foresight to ask social media
I did
prior to tonight for a topic?
So I did on my my public Facebook page, which never gets any responses for this for some reason. I've been seeing a lot of increased engagement, except for when I ask for suggestions for this. But I did it on my
just gonna spitball, maybe do it better.
I did it on my secret private one, and I got some on there. It looks like we're looking at 5 suggestions.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you got 5 suggestions from your secret private one, which is friends and family.
Yeah.
And then your fans do not care about this podcast at all. Wow.
It's hurtful.
It's probably more about me than you.
We got our friend M-Dog watching live, just like last time.
The best. What's up,
asking if I will wish his mom a happy birthday on the comedy special. No.
Well, you sort of did just now.
I'll do it now, but I mean, it won't come out for who knows how long after.
We'll do it. We're sure. You can cut it up as a clip.
Happy birthday, my internet friend's mommy. I don't know her name.
When you say
tell her that, I mean, my birthday is the 27th of April. So
the phrase "my internet friend's mommy" is the filthiest thing you've said in a long time. All right, so you need a number between 1 and 5 from me, so it can be a random topic. Correct?
Yeah.
Is that what we're dancing around? First thought, best thought, number 2. Give me number 2.
The deuce.
The silver medal.
Oh, from Jason Reed.
Okay. You have to actually say that.
Like, I gotta look. I gotta check.
You said his name, and then you just looked at me.
From Jason Reed, he took my comedy class.
Okay.
I believe he is an archery instructor. Yep. I was gonna say I believe he's an archery instructor.
Okay.
Facebook just confirmed that for me. So if you want to learn how to shoot arrows good, consult my friend Jason Reed. Now he wants to know about mizzen masts.
Can you spell that, please?
MISEN masts. MASTS.
Oh boy, can I be honest with you, Glenn?
Yeah.
I have zero clue what that is.
Man, I was gonna say, how much Captain and Commander are you familiar? The Russell Crowe movie?
Oh, I'm aware that it exists because you just said the name of the film out loud. That's how
is
much.
That the name of it? Master and Commander.
Sure.
It's him and Paul Bettany.
Okay, I like Paul
on
Bettany.
A boat.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they're pirates. They probably fight pirates.
Are you talking about the hoisting the missing mast?
It's some kind of boat thing.
But I always thought that was missing mast. I thought it was it's one of the
MASTS masts.
That's what I thought it was. Didn't he say masks? MASKS?
No.
I thought you said, see this. We're barreling towards a misunderstanding here, bud.
But I'm on 21st century grade migraine pharmaceuticals.
That is a good point.
So I'm not going to get smarter as this goes on.
No, that's fair. I
also might have to take a nap on your couch before driving home. We'll see how the evening progresses.
Oh, shotgun, big spoon, I guess.
It's going to snuggle
How do you do shotgun on the
and
couch?
watch cartoon hockey?
We don't have time to get into that because that will disrupt this entire thing, and we're barely holding on to the continuity as it is. So missing mast, the boat thing.
It's a boat
thing.
A big old rod on a boat.
And it on a sailboat specifically.
Hold a sail. Which one? Who cares?
So this one, the one that goes like this, that's the jib, right? From Community, right? He's ghost riding the jib.
Now I know
that. I think that's what the jib is.
I know a camera jib, so that makes sense.
That would be the horizontal
similar
one.
Move.
Don't they say hoisting the missing masts? Or am I making up?
You're gonna have to hoist something for sure,
right?
If you want to catch that wind.
But isn't the mast the wood?
And go on your trade route. Yeah.
So isn't the wood just up already? That's how wood works. Hey-o. That was a penis joke.
You gotta.
Glenn, that was a penis joke.
You hoist sails.
You usually love those. You're a child. Nothing? It did nothing?
I didn't. It got hard like a boner did? All right.
It's all right. Moving on.
So the mast is the thing that holds the sail up.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm just stating as fact.
Yeah.
So sometimes there's more than one. If you have a small boat, say The Summer Breeze,
Mm-hmm.
Seth Cohen's boat from the OC.
We all are aware.
You got one sail.
Yeah.
You're going to say that you sailed it to Oregon? Where does he say he goes? But he doesn't. He goes like 2 miles and then just hangs out. He's got the one sail.
Where are you going with this, bud?
So he probably doesn't have a mizzen mast.
Why?
It's probably just a regular mast.
So what are you inferring?
We got a mainsail, right? Because that's in the Beach Boys song.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's true. And
what else?
The Beach Boys, known for their nautical accuracy. One of the cornerstones of their music. Boys? I don't actually know what song you're referring
John
to.
B.
They recorded it. I don't know if it's in a Beach Boys original or if
I know
it's a cover.
Catch-22 did it.
I feel like it might be a traditional song that the Beach Boys recorded, maybe. But for sure, they popularized it in pop culture, and yes, Catch-22 did cover it, and it's fun. Come on, the sloop John B, my grandfather and me. Call for the captain.
I'm sure he'll let me go home.
Yeah.
Spoiler: he's not gonna let you go home.
Wow. So
you're gonna need a multiple mast ship.
Sure.
To get a mizzen mast on there, but which one is it? It's not the big one. That's the main.
It's the secondary.
That's
the
big boy.
So, do we think mizzen is named after someone, or do we think it's weird boat language? Like
I know there's a clothing brand that advertises on a lot of podcasts that aren't ours with mizzen in the name. Yes. That's the only plug you're gonna get until you stop giving Conan O'Brien all that money. Give us some money. Give us $8.
Do you think Conan needs money?
Yeah. You know what I think of when I think of Conan O'Brien is like, man, he's probably not doing that good.
It's so hard to be a talented, tall redhead.
He's got to get some podcast ad revenue.
Got to pay for Sonia. She's delightful. That's his assistant.
Sona.
Did I say Sonia? I'm sorry.
I didn't want to correct you.
I too.
But then you started saying it like I didn't know who she was.
I too am on 21st century medicine right now. So it's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, this is falling off the mizzen mast in a big way.
Hey-o! I think it's named after somebody. And you know why? Because we just have to make a choice and move forward.
Because why not?
Why not?
What else is it going to be?
Famous Magellan crewmate, Mizzen.
Do you think he's the first one to put another mast on a boat?
He's like, guys, you know how we have one sail? Buckle the fuck up.
You guys are not going to.
And he's like, move that bus. And then they move the buses. And there's an extreme boat makeover.
You are not going to believe what I just thought of.
Oh, man.
You know how we have one sail and it takes us forever to get anywhere and it's hard to steer and stuff? Guys, what if?
Guys, you know what we have two of? Arms, legs, boobs, 2 masts.
Double mast.
Masted up.
Mastodon.
I don't like boats. Boats do nothing for me.
I don't have strong opinions about it either way. I've only been on a boat a couple of times, and I feel like every time is fine.
Every time
I don't have any boat horror stories. I'm not Tina Fey. She has a famous boat horror story.
Yeah,
and you're Bossy Pants.
And you're famously not her, so it works
I'm also
out.
famously not Tina Fey.
Yeah. No, every time I'm on a boat, I get sick. Just not interested. I don't have the constitution for it. Not me. No, thank you.
I told jokes on a boat one time. To an audience that was primarily made up of exclusively Spanish speakers. A fact I did not find out until after I performed comedy on the boat.
Just to be clear, do you speak any Spanish?
No.
And did they interrupt your set?
No.
So they just let you go?
Yeah.
Wow. Good for them.
It's a real quiet 20 minutes.
Good for them.
And then I found out after.
Yeah. The check cleared?
Oh, yeah. Got that bag.
Did you book that yourself or did you have an agent do it?
Oh, I believe this was a Jason Brown joint, if I remember correctly.
I don't know why I turned to look at him.
It was either him or Pat Jansen. One of those two roped me into it. I think it was Jason. We went on a boat, sailed around Philadelphia for a little bit, and then went back.
Wait, did you do one of those like Schuylkill River tours, like on It's Always Sunny?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think. Right? That's the one that's there.
Probably. That's the river that's there, if that's what you mean.
There's that. There's the Delaware. Isn't that there too?
Yeah, that's there too. Yeah. So
the
many rivers.
ocean?
Not a river. Famously not.
No,
a
but
river.
is the ocean
it's
there?
an ocean.
I don't know. I genuinely, I have a vague sense of where Philadelphia is. A city I've been to literally dozens of times. Did I talk about it last time, how my sister and mother robbed me of what could have been genuinely one of the most amazing experiences of my life?
Maybe. I feel like you did, but I can't remember what it was.
All
So
right,
either the story is underwhelming or I'm just a bad friend.
No, so remember how the Philadelphia Eagles lost the Super Bowl?
Oh, I do remember this story. Yes, you did talk about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I confronted them about it at a recent child's birthday party. But I could have stepped out of my car, been walking down the streets of Philadelphia, and then seen the city erupt in pure joy when they won that game to go to the Super Bowl that they did lose.
Yep.
And not have known why everybody was celebrating.
Would have been fun. Would have been like post-apocalyptic. Is this the end of days?
It would have been the opposite of that, because it's like, why is everyone suddenly so happy?
Yeah. The only flaw in this, though, because like I agree, it would have been an amazing moment, but it would have been over like that, because everybody would have been wearing green. You would inevitably ask some person. It would have only lasted like a minute, but what a magical minute! It would
have lasted until I got to the venue, I think.
At some point, you would have seen something.
I would not have asked a screaming stranger on the street, "Hey, bud, why you yelling?"
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't mean it like that. But
the first maniac driving by honking, yelling, "Go Birds," might have tipped it off.
Yeah, right. Which again, I think you had one magical minute that you were robbed of.
It wouldn't have been like, I wouldn't still know. You know, it wouldn't be like, oh, I wonder why everybody was so wild that night.
Although if you committed that hard and we're just like, I'm never going to research what that riot was about, would have been fun.
Yeah, I'm just gonna commit to not, like how I refused to learn the difference between hay and straw. A thing that a guy yelled at me once, like my second year of stand-up comedy in Nebraska, when I mentioned I was from New Jersey.
Like, I bet you don't know the difference between hay or straw.
I don't. And now
wait, is that literally what happened? You just
100%
unprompted.
That was the heckle.
I mentioned on stage straw
like,
bits.
Hey. No, it was like the beginning.
You said,
like,
"Oh hey,
hey." I just got in. I flew in this morning from New Jersey. He's like,
hey, you more like straw.
Right. I didn't know the difference. I still don't. Sometimes people try to tell it to me, and I
through all of that, you still became friends with Pat Jansen.
We were already friends. That's why I went to Nebraska to do comedy with my friend Pat.
No, you don't have to revisit this. That's how you met Pat. He heckled you in Nebraska and said,
"No, I knew him well. I met him here in Pennsylvania, where you live. He used to live."
Are the worst improviser ever. Say yes,
no,
motherfucker.
I need to go on record with how I met the love of my life, Pat Jansen.
That's true.
Who I'm gonna see in May when I go to do shows in Nebraska again.
Because you had such a great experience that one time.
Look, Nebraska keeps asking me to come back, and I'm happy to every time.
They're just trying to increase that tax base, and if you're there long enough, just wait.
I don't think that's how it works.
I'm not sure. I've not been to Nebraska.
I think as a traveling performer, I remove tax bases from the places I perform in.
Oh, don't say that too loud.
I don't think it's a good, if that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
I also don't know how taxes work.
That's okay. Speaking of goals, bud, any last thoughts on this week's topic, which I think is about
it's the second mast. It's named after Magellan's buddy Mizzen. He's the guy who invented two masts. He did it. It was a sex thing for him. He wanted to make the two masts kiss each other.
Right.
Which, of course, sinks the boat.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's how he died.
And they're like, well, that guy's a fucking idiot. Let's name that mast after him.
In honor of our dead friend who drowned trying to make two pieces of wood kiss on the ocean.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's got to be it.
And then he died.
That's pretty good.
Works for me. We don't need to win every one of these, right? Just more than Wikipedia.
It's true, yeah.
We are way behind.
Yeah, but the good news is we're not even entirely sure if the back catalog is still on the internet. So we could just,
who knows?
We could just
some of it is. I know that.
You know what? For people who don't put in the work, we sure do complain about not a lot of people listening to our podcast.
for two cats doing just the absolute bare minimum.
For two people who fucking know better and understand what they should be doing, but just choose not to and complain about it.
You currently work in, and I have professionally worked in marketing.
Correct. Yes.
And we're like, why doesn't anybody listen
I'm
to
a
show
senior director
that we don't post
marketing.
about or tell people about?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh, well. Hey, well, let's take a break because we do have to pay the bills with the lucrative ad stream that this podcast brings to us. Famously, if you want to advertise on this podcast, just give Glenn or I $8.
Cash.
That's it. That's our rate.
We do not accept PayPal or Venmo. We do, just not for this.
It's true. If you can get us $8 cash, boom.
And the more crumpled up those bills are, the better. That's what we're into. Nasty bills. I want bills so jacked up. You're like, is the bank even going to take this?
What
or do
banks?
I have to try to?
What banks? They're all gone.
Or do I have to try to pawn this off at like? Not even a nut. Like you got to go to like the bad bodega, because the good ones be like, we're not taking this.
I love you. I have never ever had an experience of a bodega being like, I'm going to turn away that cash because it's too crumpled.
Well, it's because you go to shitty bodegas. You got to go to the good one that was on the ground floor of the building I used to work in.
I no longer care about your personal anecdote, so we're going to go to commercial. When we come back after this wonderful $8 spot that is very real and not made up at all, someone gave us $8 for it, we will see how we did. We'll pull up the Missing Mast Wikipedia page and see how it goes. So stay tuned.
It's your friend Glenn Tickle here with my friend Jon Lunger.
Hey!
An ad read for our podcast, Improvised Wikipedia, that we are famously very good at marketing and telling people about. We have lots of listeners. Everyone loves the show. We have so many advertisers. We're constantly turning people down. Yeah. We only advertise products that we endorse wholeheartedly and enjoy. That's why this episode of Improvised Wikipedia is brought to you
by the Improvised Wikipedia podcast.
That's right.
We decided to go meta. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Community is both of our favorite television shows.
I think we've done this bit before, but let's do it again.
Probably.
So that the people who listen to our podcast know that we make a podcast. That's a fun thing with Hulu, yeah. I've noticed. Sometimes I'll be watching the streaming service Hulu.
Yeah.
I'll be watching, let's say, Party Down, a show I've been revisiting. Mm-hmm. And then it'll show me a commercial, be like, hey, we got Party Down here on Hulu. You want to watch Party Down? I was like, if you stopped telling me about it, I would already be watching it, because you're interrupting that show to tell me that I could be watching, I guess, a different episode of that show.
You know what? That
Jane
actually
Lynch is not that good on it.
That does remind me, though. If you like podcasts, you should check out the Improvised Wikipedia podcast.
Wikipedia podcast.
The podcast you're listening to right now.
We have strong opinions about Party Down.
And we're loosely organized and don't put in the work.
And at least one of us doesn't like Jane Lynch that much.
Use promo code Jane Lynch to save 10% at checkout.
It's me. I don't want to speak for John.
All right, we are back. Hope that ad read wasn't meta. That would be bad.
Mast.
I got to pull up the actual page. I'm going to use the Wikipedia app.
Did you know that there's an app that you can just install 50 gigs of Wikipedia on your phone in case the grid goes down and you need to look up what a mizzen mast is? What kind of lunatic is like, yeah, you know what? You go ahead and take up 28% of my phone.
Okay.
Wikipedia. That's
so,
fine.
First thing, our friend who suggested,
Jason Reed, famous archer instructor,
could not have.
He is going to Hunger Games you from 1,000 yards away for forgetting his name.
So bad news. Mizzen mast is not what he spelled at all. It's actually MIZEN MAST, all one word.
Oh my God, Jason!
I know.
I've never been so disappointed in anyone in my life. As a guy who famously only spells things correctly all the time.
Yeah, we're perfect. All right. So the mizzen mast page redirects to.
Oh God, there's not even a page for it. It's redirecting, Jason.
Redirects to the mast parentheses sailing page. It's not even. It doesn't even have its own page. It's mizzen mast.
Sometimes the fans really let you down, man.
Yeah. Or maybe he didn't let us down, and in fact, we win. Because there's not
point.
a Wikipedia page.
There is not a Wikipedia page.
So I gotta scroll.
But what is it?
I gotta scroll down. I had to scroll down quite a bit past the first paragraph into the second section called nomenclature, and we get mizzenmast, which is the aftmost mast.
Oh, the aftmost.
Mm-hmm. It's typically shorter than the foremast.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So it's the
aftmost.
It's the shorty at the back.
It's the real dump truck.
It is
of the sailing world.
Yeah, it is the badonkadonk of
baby got
powered
masts.
boats. Yeah. I mean, we can't even.
Incredible's dragging a mizzenmast is basically what you could say.
Are you sexualizing Mrs. Incredible for the podcast?
Yeah, sorry. I understand that I'm the first person to ever do that. But
yeah, man, no one's ever done that.
No one has ever commented publicly.
What an amazing hot take,
ass.
And definitely something that we need more of in the world. So real good job. Yeah, but she is a mizzenmast.
I feel like mizzenmast is a nicer thing to say than dump truck.
Yeah, probably.
Unless you work for the dump truck people.
Or you are a literal dump truck.
Yeah, if you're friends with like Little Blue Truck, but he's buddies with some construction equipment, you probably don't know. Are you not?
No.
So, all right. Little Blue Truck is a line. It's a series of children's books.
I don't need to know either, but go ahead.
You're never going to guess what it's about.
Is it about a little blue truck?
You're goddamn right it is. The thing is, you know how most things made for children are bad?
Yes.
Little Blue Truck actually kind of slaps.
Okay. Walk me through it, because I have a nephew who is very into trucks right now.
My man, if he's not already down with Little Blue Truck, you get him that. Just get him the first one. There's other ones that I don't necessarily endorse. They might also be fine.
Are they movies, or is it a show?
There's a show. No, it's a book.
Oh, it's a book?
A book.
Oh, shit.
There might be like a video somewhere. There should be, because the thing, like, it rhymes really well. It's like fun to read, not annoying and dumb.
So it's the fun Dr. Seuss, not the I don't care about tongue twisters, you asshole Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Cool.
We don't need to make up every fourth word. All right. You can use real words. My mom didn't like Dr. Seuss. She didn't want us to read Dr. Seuss when we were children because she didn't like that it was so many made up words. She's like, they're not going to learn real words. They're just going to be talking about scrumpets or whatever.
You do disproportionately talk about scrumpets, though.
I'm out here scrumping all day, every day. Smuggled those Whoville tomes.
Yeah. I guess, now's a good time for those new to the podcast. Normally what we would be doing in this section is comparing how we did against the first paragraph of the Wikipedia page.
But that was, we already covered the half sentence that was the Wikipedia mention of mizzenmasts. So, the thing that Jason Reed spelled wrong because he's too busy doing archery all the time.
But you know what, though? I can respect the fact that he was like, we asked what you want to know more about. And so I want to know more about this, and spelled it wrong.
He wants to know how to spell it.
We needed to help him out. And I think if nothing else, we
We do provide a service.
It's true.
To the people. And now they know things about masts and which one is the aftmost. And what is a nicer thing to say about Mrs. Incredible's ass?
It's incredible.
It's in the name. Is this the end? Sometimes we try to go out on a fun.
Can I be honest? I just forgot what we were doing briefly for a second.
We are.
If that's not the end, I don't know what is.
We are a fine-tuned.
Oh my God.
Tonight.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into our live as we record episodes of the Improvised Wikipedia podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate it.
M-Dog's just commenting up a storm, and I'm not ignoring you, M-Dog. It is really hard to try to read comments and have a migraine and talk to John. So let's get caught up. He's talking about the mast. Yep.
I'm actually the migraine. Klein doesn't know I'm not real. I'm just a manifestation of his broken brain. We're Fight Clubbing this bitch right now. We're actually in his house. This isn't my home.
I called out a whole city because they didn't win the Super Bowl. I mean, they didn't. They did lose it.
Yeah, but even if they won, the whole city wouldn't have won. Anyways, never mind. This is a losing battle.
I did a show there. If you weren't, I don't remember if we just talked about it, if it was on the show. I was doing a show in Philadelphia the night that they qualified for the Super Bowl. and everybody's going nuts. But before I left, my mom had my sister call to warn me that there might be a riot in Philadelphia because they knew I had a show there that night. Because they were worried that there might be a riot.
I worry every time you're doing a show somewhere that there might be a riot, but that's just because I love you.
There might be a riot anywhere I go because I'm about to start a riot. Any minute now, it's going to pop off.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to go. Where am I going? I'm going to be in Hershey, Pennsylvania this week. So if you hear about a riot, I started it. I did that. I did the riot. And then I have to go to somewhere in Wisconsin the week after that, and I'm definitely going to do a riot.
Man, I look forward to testifying at your hearing.
I'm straight up going to riot so many places. Nebraska, when I come back, we're going to riot. We're going to riot in Norfolk. We're going to riot in Omaha. I may or may not be rioting in Lincoln.
You don't have 4.
I got a guy working on setting me up in Manhattan, Kansas. You know what I'm going to do there? Riot.
Yeah,
baby.
No, see, you didn't have it. Kansas, famously not Nebraska.
Oh, you don't think I can name a 4th place in Nebraska? Coleridge, baby.
Oh, Auburn. I didn't think you had Coleridge.
Wayne. Oh, Coleridge.
Oh, Coleridge, such a good
I
get.
run Coleridge.
If we were doing like a draft of towns in Nebraska, Coleridge, easily 3rd round pick. So good.
Home of Pat Jansen's grandpa.
Ah, the best.
We went and did a show in Coleridge because that's where
you and his grandpa?
Pat's grandpa live.
Yeah.
And then his grandpa didn't come to the show.
nice.
Everyone else in town did. We had literally 80% of the town out.
So 17?
Yeah, it's not a big town.
Huh.
But not grandpa. I don't blame him. I wouldn't have gone either. M-Dog says he dropped $8 on your porch, which would be both hilarious and
I feel
unsettling
like my Ring doorbell would have noticed, M-Dog.
All right.
Although now I am seriously doubting the quality of my doorbell. I can't remember what it was like when people just came up to the house and rang the bell. We're like, hey.
Infuriating.
Oh my God.
There's a guy who doesn't have a Ring doorbell. I get so mad every time.
Why are you holding out, man? It's awesome. You got a motion detector. You get to keep all the video of everybody.
Well, because I have no doorbell.
Oh.
And I love it.
Yeah, that would be one way.
My house isn't very big. So if you're at my front door, until my dog died, we had a dog. If you got anywhere near our front door, he was on you. He was going nuts. He's so happy to see anybody visiting. He was woof, woof, woofing. He did.
Yeah.
We had a doorbell and then it broke and we never fixed it.
Wait, don't you have a big fluffy bunny?
Yeah.
Train that shit.
It's a famously quiet animal.
Come on, Snowball. Let's go.
But yeah, having no doorbell is great because we still have the button. So sometimes I assume people push the button and we don't answer and they just go away and then I don't have to ever hear about it. Sometimes they knock. Nobody who's knocking on my door and that is how they are alerting me that they're at my house. That's not somebody I want in my house. You know?
I do.
It's 2023.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just stopping by, you know?
Yeah.
If you're coming over, I'm going to know. I'm going to be keeping an eye out. Just don't ever come to my house. Not you, anybody. I don't want anyone coming ever for any reason.
Glenn, it is that time of night where we get to do everybody's favorite segment, and that's describe how your migraine currently feels using...
Bad.
Oh, okay.
It feels bad.
You nailed it. You stuck the landing. It's going to be more of a bit.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's all right. The moment passed. And honestly,
no, we can
just making fun of your pain. That's not great.
We can do it.
It's not great. Hey, can we talk about dinosaurs some more? We were talking about them earlier.
Yeah,
we were getting ready.
I do.
About Jurassic Park and whatnot, and how they nailed that graphics for 1997.
And how every time I try to bring Jurassic Park up on stage, it bombs for some reason.
Really?
People are just over it, man.
Are your jokes not good?
That can't be it. It's not that they're not good. It is that I'm referencing a movie from 1996
Sure.
that has had 5 pretty bad sequels.
Very bad. Literally the only movie in that franchise that's good is the first one.
Absolutely.
All the other ones should be destroyed and no one should ever be allowed to watch them.
I watched Dominion recently. It's bad. It's not as bad as the second Jurassic World movie, which is like
I think
absolutely the dumbest shit I've seen.
The only thing that like I think I can support about the new trilogy, didn't Bryce Dallas Howard direct them? And that's cool. I like her as a director.
I don't think she did.
Didn't she? Well, I like her.
She may have. I know she's done some episodes of The Mandalorian.
And some other stuff too, yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Bad movies though. All 5
I
of
hope
them.
she didn't, because they're terrible.
Yeah.
Like that's I would assume.
I don't know.
No, because it was the guy who did not Cory Doctorow. Not him. He did that like low budget sci-fi movie and then like got his blank check and was doing like big franchise stuff.
J.J. Abrams.
Trevorrow? Somebody Trevorrow?
Don't know. But I do have a confession to make. One of the simple joys of life and doing this podcast with you is sometimes I just say stuff that I know is not right because I know it's going to drive you crazy, and it's very fun to watch.
You're a monster.
It's true. It's true.
If for the viewers at home, that's a weird thing I'm doing with my mouth.
It is. It's
migraine related.
It's a weird thing for me here next to you too, not just the viewers at home.
Well, part of it, I don't know. It feels like it should. Sometimes it just feels like part of my jaw is like not lined up right, and it's like squishing the side of my face.
Oh, no, thank you.
And then that hurts a lot, like right now. So I feel like, if I open my mouth real big, it won't do that. Doesn't really do anything.
What if you hold it open?
Like that? I don't know.
Well, no, you didn't hold it long enough.
I'm trying to so my nephew has joined the chat.
Hey, what's up, nephew?
Oh, I couldn't understand your username because I have a migraine and I'm on migraine medication. It says Wynick from PA. It makes total sense. I don't know why it was so hard to read for a second there. Welcome, my nephew. My other nephew is currently beating me in a chess game right now, which, as his uncle, I'm like, great job, I'm proud of you, but also I'm mad at because I don't want to lose a chess game. Even though I don't, it's one of those things where like I don't let him win, but if I beat him in one game, when we play the next game, I won't like, I'll just do like a bad opening or like one that I'm not that familiar with to like give the lad a fighting chance. And then how dare he win sometimes? Makes me furious.
He must be from Jersey. Everybody else knows it's called a match, not a game. Fucking dork.
I believe he was born in Pennsylvania. Yeah, almost positive.
Do you want to do another ep, or you want to just kind of chill for a little bit? I'm fine either way. You're the one that's hurting a lot more than me.
No, I'm good to do another one.
Well, let's do another one.
I mean, it won't be a good episode, but I'll do it.
Well, that's not the spirit. Maybe we just hang for a little bit then. I don't know. Why don't we throw it up to M-Dog and your nephew?
I mean, we got to give the people what they want.
Yeah, gotta give them what they want. Another ep? Is that what the people want? I don't know.
I don't know. Let's refresh this and see if we got anybody.
Still looks like 5.
All right. Miz and Mast spelled wrong. Jason. Yes. My nephew has confirmed that they were both born in Pennsylvania.
What a relief.
They were split in time between Jersey and Pennsylvania for a while.
Oh, my God.
My kids were born in Pennsylvania. It's probably my least favorite thing about them.
I think it's funny when we pretend to care about shit like that. Like, oh, yeah, whatever. State pride. State pride.
Nothing to me.
Come on.
I have like, it's probably a good 15-minute chunk of the special is me talking about New Jersey, but only because people think that I live here, and it's just because I don't. It's not like, ew, I don't live in Pennsylvania. It's just like
it's
how you said.
inaccurate.
It's like how you said Bryce Dallas Howard directed the Jurassic
Yeah.
World movies, and
there's just something about you that like
can't-
it's like no,
I can't.
it is incorrect. I must fix it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't let inaccuracies stand. It's probably not my best.
Not your best trait. Do you want to know what your best trait is? Sometimes you don't want to look in the mirror, but I'll reflect back at you.
I would say my dong, but my nephew's watching.
Yeah, no, it's that ass.
So basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna do another one. My nephew says that's what the people want.
Well, who am I to?
This is seltzer water, Nick.
What, you think they're just gonna like rat you out if it wasn't, or what?
I don't know. I don't want my nephew thinking I'm drinking on camera, even though I don't drink at all.
I was gonna say, like, what? What do you think of that flavor, by the way? It's new. This is a new review here. We got Polar released.
Polar Seltzer.
They released a new flavor, and I fell for the marketing. I bought it. I enjoy it.
Pink apple and lemon.
It's very aggressive.
It's very
flavor.
crisp. You described it as crisp when you gave it to me, and you're right.
Yeah, no, it's a very like it's not apple cider, but it is apple cider adjacent.
Yeah. Every time I'm in Massachusetts and I'm near the Polar Seltzer factory, I think about stopping to see if there's like a tour or anything.
A gift shop.
Never done it.
I love that spicy water.
I love it. I want it to hurt.
All right, you ready? Let's do this.
Yeah, you want to pop us off?
Oh, you know it. Welcome to the Improvised Wikipedia podcast. I'm here with my friend Glenn Tickle.
I'm here with my friend Jon Lunger.
And as always, we are rewriting the entirety of Wikipedia off the top of our damn heads, and easy and convenient to listen to podcast form. What's up, buddy?
You know, just living my best life.
Yeah? What's that consist of today?
Spending time with my friend.
Oh, you're making me blush. Oh, wait, are you talking about my cats? My many cats?
Spending time with Bagel.
Oh, Bagel. You know, it's interesting. When we're just recording audio, they're all up in our business. But when they actually have a chance to be on camera, because we're doing...
They refuse.
Yeah, they refuse.
They're like, oh, people will watch if there's cats. If there's cats to enjoy.
We're like, please, cats, come. We're on YouTube Live.
If there's two middle-aged men, no one cares.
Yeah.
Throw a cat in the mix. Oh, boy, we'd be huge.
There is a sleeping cat actually on a pillow right behind where the laptop is. But honestly, we have the laptop precariously balanced on, and this is not a joke, a box for an air fryer on top of a broken ottoman. So we're not going to move it. You're just going to have to believe us that there's a cat.
I don't have an air fryer.
I do, but it's in the box that's under your laptop. I have not used it yet.
I've never used one.
It's just a convection oven. It's just American marketing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited about it. Oh, you're gonna inspect the box, or are you looking at the chat?
We had some comments come in on the chat.
Oh.
M-Dog asked if your last name is spelled longer. It is like that, but with a U instead of the O.
Lunger.
And my nephew wants to know if you know that I'm learning Hungarian.
I am well aware of your journey to citizenship. Yeah,
there you go.
No, I'm excited for you, and it's not at all weird when you come over to my house and you do your Duolingo for like 5 minutes in the corner before we do anything. So yeah, I'm aware.
Is that?
You didn't do it this time. That was last time. You had to do it.
Oh yeah, I had to.
It was.
Yeah. It was out of my hands. I couldn't let Linda win.
No, it's good, man. Like, you have Hungarian ancestry.
Yeah,
and
my great grandparents.
You're applying for citizenship because you're eligible because of that, and you have to learn the language, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, man. It's not an easy language at all.
It's hard, and I used to be smart, so I have a hard time admitting that I'm kind of dumb now.
Yeah, we used to let you teach children.
Yeah,
professionally.
Yeah, like I've met and worked with Bill Nye the Science Guy. I used to be a science writer, and now I'm like, I don't know anything, man. I don't know. I can't do it. I don't know. Things are hard to know, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that I'm dumb as much as I've just given up.
No, I think it's generational because I definitely feel that vibe.
I blame my kids for part of it.
I blame your kids for most things that are wrong in my life, even though they have little to no impact on it. They're the perfect scapegoat for me.
Yeah, I mean, anytime like scheduling with stuff like this doesn't work out, you go ahead, blame them. It's probably like
It's
90%
not.
of the
Yeah, it's
time.
not that far from the truth.
Yeah, even if it's not like directly, it's like a domino effect.
Yeah, because like conversely, I'd be like, oh, I gotta take my cat Bagel to gymnastics. Like it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's not the same. But if I was like, oh, Glenn, I think you got stuff with your kids tonight, so don't come over.
Bagel would do great on the uneven bars.
Oh, so good, so good.
But
I mean, it's not fair. She's like a 1.5, 2-year-old kitten, basically. It's not fair.
Famously limber.
Well, I mean, we should probably dive into the formal task at hand, which is us tackling a topic on Wikipedia, right?
Yes.
Wow.
It is.
Man of many words.
I forgot that I had to then swipe over. So we have 4 suggestions to work with.
Mm-hmm.
My nephew wants us to know that he has a lot of European ancestry, a fact that I know on account of being related to him.
Yeah, and technically I knew too because I just explained your Hungarian ancestry.
Yes.
But appreciate the feedback.
And I mean, on his father's side, he's Italian as well as probably some other stuff. I don't know that much. Again, we just established not that smart. Man, is it the lighting or am I really thinning out up here?
You got to turn towards me, bud. A little bit of both, but mostly the lighting, I think.
Like I know what's going on up there.
Yeah, man. Just look at me. It's your future.
But that looks aggressive. All right.
So you need. So you went on your Facebook and said, "Hey, what is a topic you want to know more about, so we can compete against Wikipedia?" And you got 4 suggestions, and you need me to pick one.
Yes.
Number 1.
Oh wait, hang on.
Okay, cool. Not number 1.
Breaking news.
An
additional comment. Has come in.
Oh, great.
We are up to 5.
Okay.
If that affects your answer. You can stick with your original answer. That's fine.
Yeah, I know. So I don't understand the math, but my understanding of it through smarter people is that the Monty Hall problem is you should always take the next option presented.
That is true. That is an example of me being dumb.
I'll never understand it.
I will understand it. I will look it up. I will read the Wikipedia article on the Monty Hall problem and be like, got it. 10 minutes later, could not tell you why it works.
Don't got it. But I think out of just acknowledgement of it does work, I got to go with the new option. So give me the most recent suggestion.
Well, that is from past guest, future guest, if we ever do guests again.
Ooh.
Gabe Mara.
The Gabe Mara?
The Gabe Mara.
Of
his mystery book series podcast.
Mm-hmm.
The name I can't remember of, which I'll blame again on migraine medication. He is also the producer of
many podcasts.
The one that I listen to, man,
not gonna remember the name.
We are doing such a good job of plugging our friend Gabe. A guy I saw like a year ago.
I have never met Gabe in person, and unfortunately, I was very sick when he was back on the East Coast visiting, and I could not get to meet him.
I saw him when I went out to Max FunCon.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Max Fun's the important part. He's an amazing podcast.
Depeche Mode. That's the show that I was trying to think of.
Yep.
Gabe, I have a migraine right now, and I'm on migraine medication, which is affecting my ability to podcast good. We don't have a gifted producer like Gabe to tell us, like, hey, maybe don't podcast.
Don't worry though, Glenn. It doesn't show. We are consummate professionals, and our faithful fans and your family know it. They appreciate it. They come here for the raw, uncut takes.
To be like, hey, you can just sit this one out. You don't have to do it right now. You can stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. But what? So Gabe made a suggestion. You didn't actually say what he wants to know about.
Gabe wants to know about peonies.
The flowers?
I guess.
Good news, bad news. I know they're flowers. Hard stop.
It's Peonies. Peonies.
I'm gonna say they're flowers.
Peonies.
Peonies?
Peonies.
Pwa.
Peonies.
Peonies.
It looks like penis, but you're saying it funny, is what the word looks like.
Yeah. Hey, can we just really talk penis? Perfectly named thing.
I mean, I don't have any complaints.
Perfectly
about
named.
The name of it.
It's just kind of right.
I've never thought about one and thought, man, we got to call that something else.
Right?
Plenty of other names for it. There's that whole scene in Varsity Blues.
I don't want your life.
Don't want your life. And I think it's that one where they list like 30 different dick names.
Probably. But we don't really need any. It's perfectly named. All of the nicknames are fun, but like it's perfect.
All right.
Which does make me wonder about these flowers. I think they're like little colorful flowers.
Little fleshy color flowers?
Yeah, no. I mean,
I don't know.
Well, the flower, I mean, it is the genitalia of the plant. We're not that far off. That's how that shit works.
About plants or flowers, despite how many of them my wife puts in the ground and in pots around our house.
It's so simple. They take sun and make it into green and grow. That's all you need to know.
I know the oh baby, I'll break down the science of photosynthesis like a mofo. But I can't tell them apart.
What do you mean?
Like I look at two plants, it's all just plants, man.
So you see a tree and a bush and you're like, same fucking thing.
Not far off. Sometimes, like my wife has a thriving garden outside, as well as many indoor plants. But
we just recently killed our last living indoor plant.
I'll be cooking dinner or something. And I'll be like, oh, hey, do we have any oregano? She's like, yeah, it's out in the garden. And I'm like, okay, but I'm going to need like a specific row. And like, I can't identify the oregano in the garden. It's plants. There's a real chance I'm just going to come back with grass from the yard.
You okay?
No. My life is falling apart.
Shit,
I'm almost 40.
But like,
my brain hurts so bad.
Okay, but like,
I have a big show that I'm very stressed out about coming up this weekend. And I didn't get to take a nap today because I was too busy making shirts and gnocchi.
Oh, buddy. Do you remember like a couple minutes ago when I was like, yo, you want to do another app? You got it in you? Or do you want to just write it out? And you're like, everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's super good.
Yeah, and T-minus like what, 10 minutes in? Not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes in. You're like, meltdown! Plants are all green.
It's all green. The chat's going wild about Duolingo and what countries everybody's from. That's exciting. Man, yeah, I don't know.
So your contribution to our opening paragraph of the Peonies Facebook page is plants, man.
It's plants, man. I want to say there's a variety, obviously.
Different color variations.
You can get different color. You can get purple ones. Mm-hmm. You can get white ones.
Oh boy, can you?
I want to say
probably pink ones.
I want to say there's like the petal color.
Mm-hmm.
The inside's got a little colorful
like
stripe.
Like a little stamen action there.
No, I mean there's a stamen. Yeah. They got one of them. You need it.
Oh, gotta have stamen. Perfectly named.
But like
it's a stamen, man.
Kind of like a ring on the inside, like a color, like a different color. Like the main petal's white, and then you can get one with like a red stripey in the middle, or maybe it's purple. You can get different kinds because Gregor Mendel be slicing up those genes, man.
It's too bad that a friend of the show and future guest of the show, Gabe, didn't suggest Punnett squares. Oh boy. Who boy does my public school education want to talk about some basic fruit fly genetics.
Let's talk about dominant and recessive genes, baby.
Yeah. And then from there, I think we splice it up with some frogs, bingo bango, dinosaurs.
I saw a TikTok the other day. I can't credit the creator because I don't remember. It wasn't somebody I follow. It just came up on the For You page. And they suggested that a fun personality test would be asking someone what the opposite of dominant is.
Right. So like genetic would be recessive, but
yeah, my nerd ass would be like,
I would be recessive. And but yeah, that's interesting.
But cool horny people would say submissive. There's probably a third or fourth. There's probably other options. Those are only two I could
Gesundheit.
think
Thanks,
of.
me.
You sneezed real good there.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Sound like you got all the dust out of there.
Oh, so much.
It's a nice sweater.
Thank you.
Those bears?
It's 2 bears fighting over a tree. I get made fun of a lot at work because I own 5 sweaters, and in the winter I just rotate them through the work week.
They're talking in Morse code in the chat. We've lost the thread.
Oh, it's cute that you think we ever had them.
They don't need us.
They don't. But yeah, I own 5
Who's
sweaters.
making fun of you for
I rotate them.
Who's making
They're
fun
good
of you?
sweaters. They're fine.
Great sweaters.
If someone's looking to me
I'm
for
bringing
fashion
this bad boy
advice,
back
that's
into
their
the rotation.
fault. Yeah, it's great.
This hoodie's coming back.
Love it. You do you. I got a sweater with bears fighting a tree.
I've been planning out what to wear for the special.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning towards this shirt and hoodie.
Okay. Can do some camera tests.
I'm gonna think about it.
Yeah.
I bought some pants today.
Okay. They got little peonies on them.
I didn't have a pair of pants.
Dirty to say it.
Didn't have a pair of pants that I liked with this outfit.
Peonies.
Peonies is a flower. Like I said, let's go something wild. It's got 2 petals, just 2.
Oh, hard disagree.
Just
man.
2 big ass petals.
No, I feel like we would know that because that's weird.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
that's what makes them so fun.
I'm thinking it's 5.
All right, if you want to be basic ass Daisy about it.
Basic ass Daisy. Peonies.
But 2 of them are big.
I think they got that name.
Can we agree with that? Because somebody didn't know how to spell penis.
Do you really think? I mean, maybe.
So the chat's going wild with they're doing Morse code. They're talking about different languages.
Why is someone just saying Mr. Lunger?
Who knows? Oh, because you sneezed.
Oh, thank you. I didn't see the line break, and my medicine is hitting me.
So, but I'm saying there's got to be some fun language reason why it is called that.
Yeah, because it doesn't feel.
But I don't recognize.
It doesn't feel like it's named after someone. So, do you think it's like a Latin root kind of a shit?
Probably, because I don't recognize PEO as not preface.
Mm-hmm.
Suffix?
Yeah, suffix is at the end. Preface is the front.
Is
preface
it a preface?
Isn't right. No, preface would be the front
prefix.
of the book. Prefix, yeah. Prefix?
Prefix.
Prefix. Perfect Tommy?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I know it's in that movie you love, so I just said it to try to make you smile.
He's the best Hong Kong Cavalier.
Honk Cavalier?
I wish. Oh, God. Oh, I would love it even more if it was Hong Kong.
Hong
the
Kong.
City.
Okay, I thought you said Hong Kong.
Hong Kong Cavalier.
Yeah, Hong Kong Cavalier. Objectively better.
Just Buckaroo Banzai and a bunch of geese just hanging out.
Just honking their way through the 5th dimension.
So Perfect Tommy designed the jet car and built the jet car.
Okay.
It is not ever really established in the movie, but he is trying to be like Buckaroo's right-hand guy.
Okay.
That position filled by Rawhide, who gets killed in the movie. Perfect Tommy slots right in. But before that, we got New Jersey steps in, Dr. Sidney Zweibel. He's now suddenly the cool hotshot, young, cool Hong Kong Cavalier. So Perfect Tommy's like, well, who am I anymore even in this mix? You know, that's his internal struggle.
Does Perfect Tommy turn into the villain?
No, because everything just kind of works out for him. Like Rawhide dies and then he kind of gets his job.
Glad I didn't have to address that problem. Someone died.
It's exactly
boy.
Right.
What a great film that sounds
it's
like.
So wonderful.
Oh, boy.
In spite of its creators.
I don't know that there's much more to the first paragraph of this. I do think, are they...
They probably talk about genus or whatever, but we always do such a bad job.
Yeah.
When we try to get into taxonomy, oh boy, it falls apart fast.
Are they I don't know the plant terms. Are they ones that come back every year? Or you got to plant them fresh. And
Annual or perennial?
Thank you.
Anytime. Annual, I think, comes back. Perennial doesn't. I feel like they're probably fickle as hell, man. Not orchid fickle, but
you know how I feel about orchids? If you need that much care,
horny.
just fucking die.
You're aroused
Get out
by
of here.
them.
Get out of here, orchids. I got too many cats in this house.
But specifically, only the Jon Lunger orchid.
You're fading fast, bud.
That's a great bit because orchids evolved for like one specific pollinator.
I did not know that. Gabe, where were you on orchids? Why couldn't you suggest orchids? He clearly knows something about orchids, not peonies.
Like vanilla beans are an orchid, and I forget what they get down with, but everybody's favorite guy, Darwin, found a weird orchid, and he's like, you know what? I'll bet you $1,000 is some weird ass bug with a long nose that gets all up in this thing. And everyone's like, there's no way, man. Do you know how long that insect nose would have to be? He's like, I swear to God, man, you're gonna find it.
Does
one
it
day?
Comically like unfurl?
Yeah. He's like, you're gonna find it, and you're gonna eat shit when you guys see this weird bug. I swear to God, it's out there.
Chucky D, man.
And then everyone's like, no way, you're dumb as hell. Go hang on your boat, the Beagle.
Yeah, go chill in the Galapagos.
Yeah, go look at some weird turtles.
Yeah, you turtle fucker.
And then
get out of here.
Sure enough, they found that bug, and they're like, holy shit, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Oh, boy.
So there's one specific orchid that you want to get down with, because that's how orchids work.
It's fair. Okay, last thing before we throw it a break and see how we did. I think we need to...
We did bad. I feel
we need to consider... I could be wrong, and it's not a flower.
I refuse to consider the possibility that you are wrong.
No, you gotta. So, like, if it's not a flower,
I'll rally behind you. If it's not a flower?
If it's not a flower, what could this thing be?
Oh my God, I never even considered that it would not be a flower.
That's why I threw it out there.
We were both so confident.
I know, but like, what if it's not?
Oh God, now I'm questioning everything.
Good, man.
What else is it?
Don't trust your government, kids.
What else is it? Don't. They're bad. Don't trust the government.
What would it be?
It's just got a weird...
Because it's plural, right? He said plural, so there's multiple peonies.
Is it one of those things?
It was lowercase. It was, so, I mean, we can't necessarily infer anything.
There's a lot of plurals for the word penis. Is that one of them?
It is now.
It could be one of them. Or I guess two or more of them.
All right. Well, we'll take...
It's a great plural joke. I'm on fire with this. Great migraine medication.
So great. Yeah, you're crushing it. But we're going to take a break, man. We're going to do our classic trademarked $8 commercial spot.
Yeah.
Get us $8 cash, and we will read your commercial. Excuse me.
Are you allergic to the sweaters, do you think?
I don't think so, no.
Is that what it is?
No, I think it's just,
it's just
everything on the planet is trying to kill us slowly.
It's just the conflict of the bears. And
maybe
your internal struggle is weakening you.
That's inside of us, there are two bears.
On the outside of you, there are two bears.
It's true, and a tree. All right, we're gonna step aside. Get us $8 if you want to be featured on the podcast in one of our commercials, like this one. Hey, friends, it's me, John, from the Improvised Wikipedia podcast,
and also me, Glenn, from the Improvised Wikipedia podcast.
And
name that I definitely didn't almost mess up.
Nope. First take, best take. And we are here, as always, to promote things that we believe in, love, and we're paid $8 to promote.
That's why this week, the Improvised Wikipedia podcast, again, really nailed that name. Said it in a perfectly normal way.
Definitely.
Is brought to you by the United States government. Do you have a country? Does it have a military base from another country on it? Well, it will.
Remember England? At least we don't have that to deal with anymore. America.
Are things going too good and you just wish someone would come and just really mess it up? America, baby.
Do you want to cosplay as a country that has problems that the rest of the world has already figured out, but then pretend like you don't know how to solve them? USA, baby.
Oh, how do choo-choo trains work? I don't know. I'm the American government.
Oh, how do we make sure people don't have to die because they can't afford insulin? No, but everyone's woke.
Use code dumb old babies for 20% off your taxes.
Oh my God.
From the United States government.
Yep.
A bunch of dumb old babies.
Yeah, remember to find that promo code box at the end of the TurboTax workflow.
TurboTax. I hope everyone who works at TurboTax gets run over by a slow-moving train.
And we're back with what I can only imagine was from a uplifting commercial read. I'm now pulling up on the Wikipedia app the Wikipedia page for peony, because it does redirects to peony. The singular spelling is Peony. And Glenn,
So this is 2 weeks in a row now where we've been done dirty by.
This isn't dirty. This is correct. This is the singular of the plural.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Yeah, no.
No,
okay.
I thought you were saying it was spelled wrong, like last week when Jason Reed spelled the thing wrong, and we'll never forgive him.
Yeah, no, he's dead to us because of that.
Archery is now illegal.
It's true. But the peony or the I don't know that second pronunciation. So the peony is a flowering plant in the genus Paeonia, the only genus in the family Paeoniaceae. Peonies are native to Asia, Europe, and Western North America. Scientists differ on the number of species that can be distinguished, ranging from 25 to 40, although the current
37.
consensus is 33 known species.
37.
The relationship between the species, however, needs to be further clarified. So, hey, if you're a budding scientist, see what I did there? That was pretty good. You might want
to plants.
Yeah, you might want to study peonies because we haven't figured that shit out yet.
Yeah, lock down how many there are. These idiots can't figure it out.
Yeah, most are herbaceous perennial plants.
We said the word perennial, so
roughly a quarter to 1 meter tall, so 1 to 3 feet. But
a meter?
Yeah, but hey, and this is news for you. Some peonies are also woody shrubs. So you're right. Plants be all the same.
See?
I'm a flower. I'm a shrub. Make up your mind, peonies.
A meter tall flower, though?
Mm-hmm.
Or is the shrub a meter?
No, so the regular flower is between a quarter and 1 meter tall, so 1 to 3 feet.
That's so big.
The woody shrubs are typically they're about a quarter of a meter to 3.5 meters, so 1 to 11 feet tall.
But that's the shrub.
That's the shrub, which
all
is
right. I mean,
still pretty
big.
Pretty big.
But like a 3 foot long flower is like cartoonishly long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
That is like, remember when Donald Duck in the cartoon where he's like arguing with the animator gets turned into like a weird looking, like Dadaist creation.
It's good. Classic.
He's got the daisy neck. I think like he's got like a really long stem with a little flower.
Maybe.
I might be thinking of something else.
I gave
up on it. Can you eat them?
I'll get there.
You can eat some flowers.
Some flowers, yeah. We gave up on a portion of our backyard last year, and I just ripped up the dead grass, and we just literally laid down a whole bunch of wildflower, like native wildflowers.
Yeah, dog.
And just let it sit. It was really cool.
That's so environmentally responsible of you.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I would actually love to replace my grass with clover because I guess that's good for bees. But
that
just feels like a whole thing.
It's so I'm kind of doing that right now.
Yeah. We could talk offline.
We got to fill podcast hours, baby.
We do? All right. People love it when we just bounce from topic to topic and don't stay on task. So
we know that from all the great reviews and comments that people leave about our show.
We should also remind people to do that. We haven't been doing that.
5 stars, baby. My yard's more or less overrun with clover anyway. So it's like, well, let's just
that's pretty cool.
Get all the grass out of there. Just clovers. The kids love it.
The interesting thing of the wildflower
bees are horny for it.
Yeah, no. So the wildflowers, they did great. We had a ton of butterflies, which was awesome. Everyone says it was going to happen. I just didn't believe them. I was skeptical. It was cool. But there were quite a few flowers that grew, north of 3 feet tall in that wild bunch. I was surprised by it. And in fact, because I got COVID at the end of the year, I didn't rip them all out. So if we want to look in the backyard, I can show you later. Like they were surprisingly tall. They're sad and limp like a 70-year-old man now, but they're still there. Like that 70-year-old man in the backyard too.
It's a big flower.
No. So yeah, they are. They surprisingly, like I think sometimes we think of flowers and we think of them just cut and displayed, and some of the tamer, smaller ones that like you grew up with, like seeing in the suburbs in like the 90s when it was like really uniform, kind of like these are the plants you have. But yeah, flowers be crazy, bro.
They is crazy. How many petals? Is it 2?
Oh, it's so much more. We're going to get there. Peonies are...
Is that type of dog too?
Maybe. Okay, so they have a compound, deeply lobed leaves and large, fragrant flowers in colors including purple, red, white, yellow, and pink. In late spring, early summer.
All those colors.
Flowers have a short blooming season, usually only a week to 10 days. Oh, man.
Whew, what's even the point?
Yeah, fuck. Like,
God, we have this one
like
bush.
you're the Shark Week of flowers.
We have a bush in front of our house. It's called Burning Bush. It doesn't catch fire, but I would love to light it up. It's just a big stupid bush, but it turns bright red for like a week.
Yeah.
And my wife insists it's way longer that it's red. I'm like, it's not worth it. It's too big and stupid. Cut it down.
Livestream that shit this year. Set up a cam, and we will watch. We'll just, the world will watch and be like, Steph, you're so wrong. It was a week.
We'll see.
Maybe. All right. So I do want to read a little bit more because well, you'll see why. So all Panacea or herbaceous perennials are deciduous shrubs with thick storage roots and roots for gathering water and minerals. Some species are tufted because the crown produces adventitious buds, while others have stolons. Okay, great. The large bisexual flowers are mostly single at the end of the stem. Just wanted to say that. I thought you were going to giggle. You didn't, and I'm proud of you, but I'm also a little disappointed.
I was going to make a joke about being single at the end of the stem, but I'm very not single. Like I'm married to a lady I met in the 7th grade, and we've been together for most of the time since then.
Yeah.
So I can't be like, oh, that's me, single at the end of a big dumb flower.
That's fine.
Happily in a relationship.
The joke might not have landed, but we did nail the fact that they're flowers.
Although I think
said a lot of those words.
We sure did. I think the viewers on the live stream are giving each other dating advice in the comments at the moment. So
they're like, what's the best flower for a date? And they're like, based on the podcast that I'm watching right now, it's not a peony.
I don't think it would be good unless the person you're giving it to specifically loves them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would be a good, hey, I got you some flowers flower. They only bloom for a week.
Yeah. And I think, hey, for us as East Coast boys, it's just not really something that we're going to effectively have.
I mean, greenhouse technology.
But we're going to pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to pay for it more than some dumbass tulip.
I mean, I got pretty wicked bad allergies, so I'd pay for it. Hard.
You saying
hard.
Okay. Yeah. Hard. No, I heard it.
Because of the pollen.
Yeah.
It would make my eyes itchy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I would sneeze more than you'd have on this
China,
episode.
Man. Comedy's not for everybody. Well, I mean, we do have a decision to make, though. We definitely did not win.
No.
Let's be honest.
Of course not.
But did we tie?
We did say a lot of the words that they said.
Yeah.
I was way under in how many petals it had.
Yeah, no, we did not tie. We lost. We squarely got our ass kicked by Wikipedia.
We said some of the colors. That was about it.
Yeah.
And we knew that we did know that they were flowers until you floated the idea that maybe they're not.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they weren't. And then we found out they were also shrubs. So, hey, there you go.
Plant a shrub.
Why?
To appease the knights who say nee.
Oh, there you go. I own shrubs. That's just a weird thing to say out loud. It's not something I ever thought I was going to ever do.
I don't know if any of the plants in my wife's garden are considered shrubs. Man, I don't know what.
Well, I mean, even if they were, you wouldn't fucking
When's
know. You'd be like, it's green.
When's it the thing is that we've established this on the show before, but taxonomy is nothing. Taxonomy is us as a species trying to figure out other stuff that we don't know about.
Yeah.
And then we learn more and we're like, we were actually wrong. Well, it's already in the textbook this way. Let's just leave it.
Taxonomy is literally just the passing of time and the need to call things.
Yeah. We just got to name stuff, and it helps if it's in a flow chart.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's accurate or if it makes any sense.
It doesn't need to be revised either, because you know what? That ship has sailed. It just needs to be called something, everybody.
It's like that dumb thing where they're like, oh, yeah, there's no such thing as a fish. I mean, there is, right? If you say fish, I know what you're talking about.
Or like how how what we refer to as vegetables is not like really a helpful term at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is tomato a fruit or vegetable? Look, it's a fruit. Everyone knows it's a fruit. If you're my 10-year-old, you can stop telling me every single time you witness a tomato in the world that it is a fruit and not a vegetable.
Man, just wait till she finds out about the is a hot dog a sandwich nonsense.
Oh God, no.
I don't even care. I just want us to stop talking about it because I just don't care.
I mean, you did bring it up.
I brought it up for
it's not.
It's a phenomenon though, right?
Now,
like it's like got a slow news day, but you're in publishing. Guess what you're going to talk about or
get nerds to argue about it in the comments. It's not. I think we've probably talked about it before. Hodgman has famously addressed this multiple times.
Better than either you or I would. The man is a treasure.
No argument here. Big fan. But his argument for why it is not a sandwich is that you would never cut a hot dog in half. To which I say, yeah, John, you can. You can absolutely cut a hot dog in half. What if you only want to eat half of it or share with a friend? That doesn't. No, that's nothing.
Shut up. You're doing hot dogs wrong.
I don't.
You're so wrong.
You could cut a hot dog in half. If you and me, like, oh, hey, I only got this one hot dog.
I'm not doing that. You can either have the hot dog or I can have the hot dog. I'm not cutting this hot dog in half. This isn't a fucking Bible parable. You either want the hot dog or you don't.
I don't.
They're
disgusting.
Great. I'm going to have the hot dog now.
You can have
Problem solved.
But you could cut it in half.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I'm not saying that means it's a sandwich. It's still not. But you can absolutely cut a hot dog.
No.
Why?
No.
I don't understand it when John says I don't understand it. Why you're arguing it, other than the fact that I said one thing, so you have to say the opposite.
No, so
that's how podcasts work.
I do appreciate that, and I'm not being deliberately contrary for no reason. No, that's not this at all. I'm trying to come up with like a really good way to explain this.
What about one of them big long boys?
No, you still know.
You can tell me you wouldn't cut a foot long hot dog in half.
I would not. It feels sacrilegious, and I wish I had a better word, but I don't. It feels like a spit in the face of what we're trying to do by creating the hot dog in general. It feels like an affront to science or God or whatever you want to say. It just feels unnatural and wrong.
Hard disagree. I don't want to eat a hot dog because they're gross. But I would absolutely cut one in half. No question.
So this is where it gets weird, because I will cut a hot dog up and do that amazing white trash meal of like macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
Do you do the cut in the sides so they look like Pac-Man?
If I'm feeling saucy, I will.
If you don't, you gotta treat yourself,
right? But I will.
One long cut down the side, not all the way, just like Pac-Man.
Or like when you gotta cut a pork roll so that it lays flat in a pan. You gotta cut a slit, and then it ends up looking like Pac-Man.
There's a company that makes like vegan pork roll.
Yeah,
but I've been unable to find it anywhere.
You know what?
And I want to try it as a native New Jersey resident who doesn't eat meat.
Not everything needs a vegan meat equivalency.
Correct. Because the thing is, even before I stopped eating meat, I did not like pork roll.
Well, and those products aren't marketed to you. Those are meant to have omnivores like me consider it as like I'm not gonna go meat. I'm gonna have an alternative today. Like I am the target market for Beyond.
Well, that's
more
like
than other people.
Impossible and Beyond at my grocery store are like in the meat section now.
Yep.
Which I don't love, if I'm being honest. Because it's deep. It's deep in the meat section. It isn't like the open chest next to like most of an animal.
Yeah, but they want me more than they want you. How's that feel, bud?
They got me already.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Because if I want to have a cheeseburger, they know.
Yeah,
they know what I'm going to do.
Very good, by the way. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of them. But regardless, I can acknowledge that I will cut a hot dog into pieces like that.
Well, you got to cut it up to look like
cutting it in half.
You got to cut it up to look like Pac-Man when you're making SpaghettiOs.
Yes, you got to. But cutting it into two halves and then picking up a half and then picking up the second half, absolutely not.
So you get a hot dog bun. You throw a hot dog on there, whatever toppings you like. Do you put ketchup on there? That's another thing people argue about. The answer is, if you like it, put ketchup on the hot dog. It's not a law. Chicago, relax.
It's true.
Put some onions on there. Yum, yum, yum. Nice and crunchy.
I'm with you all the way so far.
And then, you know what? I'm going to share this. Maybe you don't even cut it. You rip that bad boy in half like an animal.
Yes. Okay. I don't know why, but if you ripped it in half, I'm better with that. And I can't explain it, and it's driving me mad. But with all of my heart and soul, I believe this to be true. Rip that shit in half, fine.
And dog agrees, hot dogs are nasty.
Use a knife.
Absolutely not. My nephew likes ketchup on a lot of things, he says. I'm just letting you know what the chat's been up to.
Appreciate that.
We've moved on from various languages and dating advice. Ketchup's disgusting. Ugh, what a horrible thing.
You know what? I will say, I usually pass on mass market ketchup.
Ugh.
But like, have you ever made it?
No.
You don't like it, so don't. But
correct.
I can understand the appeal of how it became popular, having like made it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I guess that's most things. It's like, I got a dumbass friend that instead of going to the store made fucking gnocchi from scratch. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? Go to the store.
It's 3 ingredients. It's 3 ingredients. You're done.
But regardless, I don't know why, but somehow like the working class nature of the hot dog, like the role that it fills historically, the recreational summertime, something about like the core emotional connection that I have with that treat makes the thought of cutting it in half with a knife feel like a crime against food.
I can't follow you down this road. I don't understand.
I can barely follow me. I can't talk with my brain on this one. I'm speaking with my heart.
This is nothing.
I'm speaking with it's not nothing. It's my feelings. It's my everything. I'm opening myself up to you, and you're just writing me off, you son of a gun.
I thought my watch just did a beep.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, my watch is more interesting than my...
No, sometimes it does it like when I'm about to faint. It's not.
Shit.
It just told me to charge it before bed.
Oh, that's good. It would have been pretty fun for the podcast, though, because we would have had it on video, so that would have been terrifying.
Yeah. Well, no, because just sometimes I'll be like hanging out, and then my watch will be like, "You all right, bud?" Because your heart's being weird right now.
Oh no, it's not like an AFib thing, is it?
Oh, I don't know. I feel fine, and then like 2 minutes later, it's like, nah, you're right.
Well, crap. We got our clock cleaned, man. It's nice to be doing this again. I'm excited to bring the podcast back.
This, hot sesh.
Appreciate all you duty cyclers out there. That's the name of our many fans.
If you asked me, before you just said it,
I just remember it now.
What dumb name did we come up with for our fans? I never would have gotten duty cyclers.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't even remember what page we were working on.
I think it was one of the lost episodes. It was some machine process had like a duty cycle,
like zippers or buttons or something like that.
One of them.
I think it was zippers actually. But hey, thanks for listening. We love you all. Thanks for listening to our shenanigans. Help us out. Leave a review, rate, like all that goodness. But I think most importantly, tell your mom about the podcast. She would love us.
Yeah. Nick, tell your mom.
Specifically you, Nick.
Tell your mom, my sister, about the podcast. Now they're just talking about ketchup in the chat.
They haven't been paying attention to any of that. They made friends in our
yeah, they chat. Do. They do appear quest on Duolingo.
Oh no,
that was the second watch buzz.
We did a little bit of a soft outro there, but clearly the episode has ended.
Clearly.
Don't need to be hitting the head with a peony. Hey-o. You're just looking at your Duolingo now. How is the citizenship going? How are you feeling about the language right now? Is it kind of on a little bit of a break as you work on the special, or what?
No, I apparently didn't do it this morning like I thought I already did. I gotta get that taken care of. It's going good. Like I've done a lot more like review on Duolingo lately than new lessons.
Cool. That's good.
And I feel like I'm kind of nailing it.
Yeah, it's like clicking a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable saying something in Hungarian right now?
Yeah.
Hit me.
I don't know what Nem Ertem is I don't understand.
That's great, man. That's more than I got. Say it again.
Nem Ertem.
Nem Ertem. Nem
is like no.
Nem.
Ertem.
Ertem.
E with an accent. So it's a different letter. There's 45, I think, letters.
Too many letters.
Well, it's a lot, but each one just makes one sound.
Helpful.
It's not like this bullshit we got going on over here.
Oh my God. Terrible.
Where it's like, yeah, oh, there's 5 vowels. I mean, sometimes there's 6 vowels. There's 21 vowel sounds, but you'll figure it out eventually. The challenge is they add endings to words for everything. That's like how they do it over there. And they just kind of pile up. So there's like an ending for you're in a place, and then there's an ending for like if there's multiples of the thing, and it just you then use both of them. So like sometimes words get crazy long. It's wild. It's wild out there in these streets.
What's the capital of Hungary?
Budapest.
What is the chief export of the nation of Hungary?
I mean, paprika is a big one. I don't know if it's chief.
That's sad, man. Paprika is just roasted red peppers.
They do crank out a lot of it.
Wow.
Oh man, I've eaten more paprika.
I think you mean paprika. Paprika, my friend.
I've eaten more of it since all of this whole thing started than in my entire life leading up to like 8 months ago or whenever I started doing this.
Did you recently see the TikTok that I saw? Don't remember the creator. That was basically like, do you guys know that paprika is just red bell peppers dehydrated and ground up?
I did see one of those.
It's wild.
I don't know if it was the same one. I did know that.
Yeah, isn't it? It's one of those things where like as soon as one person does it, there's like 47 copycat TikToks out there, and you're like, I don't know how to cite the original person here. No one will never know.
Yes,
one of those Johns.
I remember I was making, I think it was goulash.
I made goulash last night,
and the recipe called for, I want to say half a cup of paprika.
Jesus Christ! What?
It might have just been a quarter cup. But it was not spoons. Spoons were not being used to measure. It was cup.
That feels wrong.
It is so much. I checked another recipe to be like, there's no way. There's no way. This can't be the right amount.
That's not how I make my goulash.
What did you do? Like American goulash? You like ground beef and macaroni? That one?
Basically. But we use turkey. I found some recipe online that I've adapted to be its own thing. It's like chili adjacent, but it's not chili. It's its own thing. It's pretty good.
There's I forget what country's goulash I discovered the other day, but I'm like, oh, this is way different.
Yeah.
So there's like American goulash, which is like tomato sauce and like usually like elbow macaroni and ground beef.
That's what I was fucking with last night. But for whatever reason, we like turkey better than beef. We've tried it both ways, and following the instructions, training everything. But for some reason, the turkey slaps.
It's a good thing that we're still live streaming.
Gotta get those hours up, bud.
Heck yeah.
We just talking to the void right now? I think we lost everybody.
Yeah, I think they're gone. I think we can end it.
Oh, thank God. Hey, Bagel.